I grew an inch and my parents were furious. I was always the smallest kid in every class. My parents told me I had a rare condition that prevented me from growing normally, and I needed to take medication every day or I'd get very sick. The medication was these blue pills that my mom kept locked in a safe in her closet. Every morning she'd watch me swallow one and then check my mouth to make sure I'd actually taken it. When I was 16, I was 4'8" and weighed 85 pounds. My doctor kept saying everything looked normal for my condition, and my parents seemed satisfied. Then one day I was homesick from school and I heard my parents talking in the kitchen. My dad said, "How much longer do we have to keep giving her the pills?" My mom said, "At least until she's 18. After that, it won't matter anymore." I didn't understand what they meant. I went back to my room and started Googling my condition. I couldn't find anything about it anywhere. I searched for hours and found nothing. That night I pretended to take my pill but hid it under my tongue instead. After my mom left, I spit it out and looked at it closely. There was no label, no markings, nothing. I took a picture and posted it on a medication identification forum asking what it was. Someone responded within an hour saying it was a veterinary growth suppressant used to keep show dogs small. I felt like I was going to throw up. My parents had been giving me dog medication to keep me from growing. I stopped taking the pills but kept pretending. Within 2 weeks I started feeling different. I had more energy and I was hungrier. I started growing so fast that my clothes stopped fitting. My mom noticed immediately. She measured me against the wall where she'd been tracking my height for years, and she completely freaked out. She said, "You've grown an inch in 2 weeks. Something's very wrong. We need to take you to the doctor right away." I told her I felt fine. She grabbed my face and stared into my eyes and said, "Have you been taking your medication?" I said yes. She didn't believe me. That night she started watching me even more carefully when I took my pills. She'd make me open my mouth and lift my tongue and say "ah" like I was at the dentist. She started crushing the pills into my food instead so I couldn't hide them. I stopped eating anything she gave me and started hiding food in my room. I grew 3 more inches in a month. My parents were panicking. My dad sat me down at the kitchen table and said, "Your condition is getting much worse. We need to try a more aggressive treatment." He showed me brochures for a surgical procedure that would insert metal plates into my bones to stop them from growing any longer. I asked him why they were so desperate to keep me small. My mom started crying and said, "You don't understand. This is for your own good." I said, "Tell me the truth about what you've been giving me." My dad's face changed. He said very quietly, "You haven't been taking that medication anymore, have you?" I didn't answer. He stood up and grabbed my arm and dragged me to their bedroom. He opened a drawer and pulled out a legal document. It was a trust fund from my grandmother. I started reading it and my hands were shaking. The document said my grandmother had left me $2 million that I'd inherit when I turned 18. But there were conditions. If I was over 5 feet tall and healthy at 18, the money was mine. But if I was under 5 feet tall and classified as permanently disabled,